An unintended consequence of regulatory reforms intended to avert another financial crisis on the scale of 2008 is posing challenges for well-known Scottish banks, but they can't expect much sympathy. From January 1 last year, large UK players were required to legally ring-fence their retail operations from activities such as investment banking and equities trading. The aim of the reform is to ensure unexpected shocks in the wider financial system do not stop banks providing services that consumers rely on, such as mortgage lending. Critics, however, say the reform may result in changes in the market that could ultimately result in consumers getting a poorer deal. Competition in UK markets may intensify in the short term but then weaken as the ranks of competitors are thinned out as a result of the change. The UK operations of giants such as HSBC have such big customer deposit bases to draw on in support of mortgage lending that they can make life extremely difficult, if not impossible, for some other players. With interest rates in the UK pegged at record lows since the financial crisis engulfed the UK economy, mortgage lenders were already struggling to make money. Increased competition from the likes of HSBC may have been a factor in some deciding to throw in the towel. In May, Tesco Bank, which is headquarters in Edinburgh, decided to quit the mortgage market. Sainsbury's Bank, which is also run from Edinburgh, stopped offering new mortgages from September. Banks that have long dominated the Scottish market have also provided evidence that competition is hurting. In April, Royal Bank of Scotland's former chief executive Ross McEwan highlighted unprecedented levels of competitive pressure in the UK mortgage market. Shortly before Mr. McEwan left the bank in November, RBS noted continued pressure in the sector. The bank, which remains 62.4% owned by the taxpayer, will publish its annual results on Friday. Last month, Clydesdale Bank owner Virgin Money said the value of its mortgage book fell in the first quarter amid fierce competition from rivals. Against that backdrop, decisions made by leading banks in Scotland to slash their branch networks appear increasingly short-sighted. The scale of the loss caused by the closures has been immense. In August, figures from the Office for National Statistics showed the number of branches in Scotland had almost halved in a decade, from 1,505 in 2010 to 860 in 2018. RBS, Clydesdale, Bank of Scotland and TSB all shut around 50 or more branches each in that period. The closures have continued since then. The program has left many areas without branches and rural districts have been hit especially hard. The cuts have made it harder for people to access services and the resulting job losses have taken lots of money out of local communities. Banks can know. For more on this story, visit the news article link.